Hello and welcome to another Wingspan tournament gameplay video. I am playing against a Waterman in the LLDD tournament, Lucky Lake Duck Dash, which is a best of 3 tournament. I think this is round 4 or 5 or something. Pretty advanced actually. Quite glad to still be in contention. So this is the opening hand, which is not overly thrilling. On the tray, so I'm going first, so we can also consider the tray, which is also not very thrilling. So the bird feeder does contain 1 wheat, which means also the red-headed woodpecker is not very thrilling. So not very thrilling is the name of the game. That's fantastic. The first round goal is birds worth more than 4. There are several ones which are kinda good. So if my opponent denied me the wheat, then I might at least get something else. And this could be a thing. Maybe grabbing that boy. It's good for this and for the end of the round thing. But yeah. I fear that I have to play the woodpecker into the forest because I might need to re-roll stuff in order to get the extra food, which is... Yeah, this hand is kind of terrible. It's complicated to get an extra food, and it's complicated to get extra cards. It's actually pretty messy. These cards are all great cards to have at the end of the game, but not in the beginning of the game. This is meh. I mean, I can play these. If I grab food 2 times. It's still not overly convincing. But I could do something like that and simply go for big points, but it's... ugh. It's difficult. But also, yeah, the red-headed woodpecker is just extremely unreliable. So the other option would be this. Play this into the forest, this into the wetland. And hope for the best. Which is not really the most exciting kind of gameplay. So let's rather try something spectacular with just white powers in the opening hand. Trying to do some bullshit. Incidentally, this means no. We want to play this into the forest, so we're not taking the forester. We're taking the diet specialist. And yeah, I think this... we have to hope for games 2 and 3. I mean, there are also birds in the tray that I could pick, but I mean, the only card that gives me extra food is the Junko, which only does that when I tuck stuff, and since I don't draw cards, it's all meh. So I will just grab the mouse first, then I will grab the grub, then I play the bird with the 2 egg slots, lay eggs, play this bird, have at least some head start on the round goal, then I will grab food till I can slam the Woodstock, and by that point my opponent probably has built up an engine and won the game. But I will have 19 points on birds, maybe points on bonus cards. Yeah, this is... whoa. I'd be very interested in the comments. What would have been your plan with the opening hand, and what would have been your plan with the tray? So if at some early point in the game there will pop up a cheap food or card drawing words, something like Gnatcatcher or I don't know, Mallard, Ruddy Duck, something like that, I will snap pick it. But the problem is, I don't find it very likely that my opponent would pick something from the tray, because I mean, of course, there might be situations where one of these birds is exactly perfect for them, but I fear that rather there won't be much motion in the tray. So I'm not relying too much on that. Yeah, the one other line that I would have still available would be first pick the fish and play the wood stork and start drawing cards immediately, but then I'm even more reliant on having to find very cheap ways of generating extra food, so I rather go for the 2 forest bird lines that give me a chance of winning the round goal. Oh, nice. Finally, they implemented that you can see how many cards and bonus cards the opponent has in hand. I mean, bonus cards you could count from the birds, but knowing the cards in hand all when the round goal is not his, interesting information that I've been longing for in many games. For example, when deciding whether I want to tuck a card and they have a snow bunting, thinking that maybe they don't have a card in hand, then it would be super obvious. And now we can know this, actually, which is fantastic. So, by the way, opponent has played the nuthatch, one of my favorite forest birds. I'm kind of envious. White and no pallbearers. I mean, yeah, Orlogis is probably possible. Although, I mean, it's not like I would have a good engine going on. So if the bird feeder stays this way, it's actually nice, because then I get the wood stork down without too much slowdown, which seems to be the case. Fantastic. So there's a German saying Glück im Unglück, which means something like got lucky during the unlucky. Meaning my opening hand was really crap, but turns out that it's actually not that bad. Because even though my starting setup is not very good, I at least found the perfect food to make the most of my very mediocre starting setup. They have played a pillated woodpecker, which is great because that does give us eggs from time to time. but since we have exactly one slot for this type of egg, we also need to hurry to get them off again. Hey, Odontologist is actually a nice bonus card. At this point, I might even consider picking Cooper's Hawk, because it might produce some kind of extra value. Ah, that's too bad. I already have 2 forest birds that don't give food, I don't need a third one. Ooh, Mute Swan. But that's not for me. That's for my opponent, who has got a Pied Bill Creep. I cannot stop being envious. Unfortunate. If they leave the California Condor, which I cannot imagine, I would pick it. I might also go for that Swainson's Hawk for several end of round and bonus card reasons. They did leave the Condor. And there is a forest bird that actually generates food. But which, apart from that, doesn't do much for me. Well, I do want that Condor. And I do want to spend this egg urgently. Yes, I want this. Do I want the Swainson's Hawk? Maybe rather try blind draw. Song Sparrow. Song Sparrow is actually not the worst. But also not the best. All these white birds. Yes, place an egg here, thank you. And I spend this egg again. Ooh, Omnivore Expert. Okay, Ravens, I'm ready. You can come now, all of you. Okay, these are actually 4 very easy bonus cards. So I should really try to make the most out of that. I will do 1 blind draw. I mean, it's a 5-point bird. And yeah, I think that Song Sparrow is cheap to play. It's actually not too bad. But also doesn't do much, because the crucial positions I have filled now. Let's draw the Swainson's Hawk. So we'll get food and probably... Oh, unfortunate. They also get food. So that's generally bad news. Maybe I do want to draw again then. That's good. And I will pick now the Song Sparrow because this is one that I can safely play. So it's qualified for 2 bonus cards. And it's actually not a bad bird. Bad bird. So what's my line? Play Song Sparrow, lay 2 eggs. And then what? I could move Song Sparrow after laying eggs here. Take food and move her back. Western Meadowlark. Okay, so I'm sure as hell not winning the round goal, but I also get free stuff. Is there any chance that I can play the Oriole before the round end? Take food, play it, lay eggs. Since there is no grub there, there is no chance. So let's rather play the Song Sparrow. I have, oh gosh, I'm so desperately needing that Oriole. Because I have only one nest slot for the type of eggs that they give away, and I hated to refuse presents. Cannot do that. Yay! This one here. So this doesn't matter much. I need one here. And maybe another one here. There is some highlighting around these cards, which seems to be new as well. Don't play Wingspan for 3 days and everything is changed. Everything. So I will move this to the forest, which forces me to take food as the next action, but it's actually fine. And I can discard Scammer / Loggerhead Strike. For the third food, hoping to roll grubs. Yeah, so I have to take the berry. The fish can be taken for the any food. And then I need to re-roll into the grub. Yeah, that's supposed to be the plan. Birds of my opponent look so good. Really don't see how I can. I mean, I have found great bonus cards. That's my edge. But apart from that, yes, I cannot fill. This. Come on, lucky me. And you have to go there, please. Tree Sparrow, Parrot, Crossbow, Black Red Star. That's not exactly what I'm looking for. So I don't seem to have many egg problems, so let's just play that Oriole. Egg slots in the grassland, they have 4, which might actually be beatable, but they draw tons of cards, so they probably find something to help them out. Rebuild goal. What the tuck? I will want the Swainson's Hawk. Question is, when do I want that? And do I want it here or here? I think I will just wall in the Song Sparrow. Probably. I mean, take this here, and also I can discard this one. Give me another grub. Drawing birds. Playing birds. Actually, wait a second. I might want to move the Song Sparrow to the wetland to be able to draw more cards, or is that too late already? I think that's too late. And the lay 2 eggs action is just too bad. I don't care, let's wall it in. I will want to play at least 2 more birds, and ideally both should be ravens, because ravens would help me with every single bonus card and even some round cards. So, with this humble goal in mind, let's draw 2 ravens. Nope, nope. That's also not good enough. I mean, at least I can discard this stuff too. Get more food. Two severe cases of EUB, extremely useless birds. Corsican nuthatch. Alright. Flashy highlightings. Come on! No! It ate the puffin. Oh, that's bad karma. Seriously. Then I will need to fill all my slots here. So they're in a good shape for the citizen scientist. The number of tucked birds. Oh, number of birds with tucks. Bonus card. So I'm running out of time, so I've Only 5 actions left this game. I think there won't be much going on in terms of... I mean, how many extra birds will I be able to play? Not many, I fear. These birds also don't matter anymore. For watermen they do. So come on, flip something great. That's literally something great. That could do the trick actually. I mean, in case of emergency, I just use it to play a grosbeak. Huh. Right. Apparently, so Waterman told me that they were thinking through some options. They are done with that now. I can pick some food. This is helpful. This is helpful. Yellowhammer is not. Fish is. Might actually work. Get food again, play 2 birds, lay eggs. Would at least pull the maximum out of the utter peculiarity that I have assembled here. So what do I need? 1 fish and 1 wheat. I don't need that brown pelican, but food might be a tiebreaker, so let's maybe grab another one. So it will be the I mean, it's only appropriate to end the game with a grosbeak out of a great egret. Of course they have Bonelli's eagle. Sure, why not? I mean, it's not enough that I don't have anything. Well, I mean, the play to win character was lost anyway. Miles away from here. So I filled the specialist. I made 8 points of rodentologist, 4 out of omnivore expert. Unfortunately, I will have trouble making any out of the zoologist, but if I get 1 more free egg from them, I can put it on the Oriole for certain and even fill that one. Laid eggs. Yes! And we can put it here. Actually, yeah, we can do that. So, this is my last action, right? Cut my life into pieces. I cannot win this round call, but I will hit the 80-point mark. Not even that. But yeah, I've made some fun points out of bonus cards, but I will be down by 20 points or so, I think. Let's see. It was an interesting game. Uphill battle all the way. Yeah, that's where I'm good at. It's also fine. It's also fine, but yeah, now comes the overtaking. Yes. Oh, actually, wow. That kind of makes me proud. I almost beat this with this pile of shit. Holy. Okay, but yeah, this was definitely... I mean, if the Predator hit once more, it would have still not sufficed. I mean, I expected to be way behind, and I almost got this. So this almost feels like a win. So thank you for watching this very remarkable game, and see you around next time.